Hanok, Enoch, chapter 91. And now, my son Methuselah, call to me all your brothers, and gather together to me all the sons of your mother. For the word calls me, and the Ruah is poured out upon me, that I may show you all matters that shall befall you forever. And therefore Methuselah went and summoned to him all his brothers, and assembled his relatives. And he spoke to all the children of righteousness, and said, Hear, you sons of Hanok, all the words of your father, and hear the voice of my mouth. For I urge you and say unto you, Beloved, love uprightness and walk in it, and do not draw near to uprightness with a double heart, and do not associate with those of a double heart, but walk in righteousness, my sons, and it shall guide you on good paths, and righteousness shall be your companion. For I know that violence must increase on the earth, and a great chastisement be executed on the earth, and all unrighteousness come to an end. Therefore it shall be cut off from its roots, and its whole structure be destroyed. And unrighteousness shall again be consummated on the earth, and all the deeds of unrighteousness and of violence and transgression shall prevail in a double amount. And when sin and unrighteousness and blasphemy and violence in all kinds of deeds increase, and apostasy and transgression and uncleanness increase, a great chastisement shall come from the Shamayim upon all these, and the Kodesh Adon will come forth with wrath and chastisement to execute judgment on earth. In those days violence shall be cut off from its roots, and the roots of unrighteousness together with deceit, and they shall be destroyed from under the Shamayim. And all the idols of the nations shall be abandoned, and the temples burned with fire, and they shall remove them from the whole earth, and they shall be cast into the judgment of fire, and shall perish in wrath and in grievous judgment forever. And the righteous shall arise from their sleep, and wisdom shall arise and be given unto them. And after that the roots of unrighteousness shall be cut off, and the sinner shall be destroyed by the sword, and the blasphemers destroyed in every place. And those who plan violence and those who commit blasphemy shall perish by the sword. And now I tell you, my sons, and show you the paths of righteousness and the paths of violence. Therefore I will show them to you again, that you may know what will come to pass. And now hear me, my sons, and walk in the paths of righteousness, and do not walk in the paths of violence. For all who walk in the paths of unrighteousness shall perish forever. Hanok, Enoch, chapter 92. The book written by Hanok. Hanok indeed wrote this complete instruction of wisdom, praised of all men, and a judge of all the earth, for all my children who shall dwell on the earth, and for the generations to come who shall observe uprightness and peace. Let not your spirit be troubled on account of the times, for the qadosh and great one has appointed days for all matters. And the righteous one shall arise from sleep, shall arise and walk in the paths of righteousness, and all his way and conversation shall be in eternal goodness and favor. He will show favor to the righteous, and give him eternal uprightness, and he will give him power so that he shall be in goodness and righteousness, and he shall walk in eternal light. And sin shall perish in darkness forever, and shall be seen no more from that day to everlasting. Hanok, Enoch, chapter 93. And after that Hanok both gave and began to recount from the books. And Hanok said, Concerning the children of righteousness, and concerning the elect of the world, and concerning the plant of uprightness, I will speak these matters. Therefore I, Hanok, will declare unto you, my sons, according to that which appeared to me in the vision of the Shamayim, and which I have known through the word of the Kodesh messengers, and have learned from the tablets of the Shamayim. And Hanok began to recount from the books, and said, I was born the 7th in the 1st week, while judgment and righteousness still endured. And after me there shall arise in the 2nd week great wickedness, and deceit shall have sprung up, and in it there shall be the first end, and in it a man shall be saved. And after it is ended, unrighteousness shall grow up, and a law shall be made for the sinners. And after that, in the 3rd week, at its close, a man shall be elected as the plant of righteous judgment, and his posterity shall become the plant of righteousness for everlasting. And after that, in the 4th week, at its close, visions of the Kodesh and righteous shall be seen, and a law for all generations, and an enclosure shall be made for them. And after that, in the 5th week, at its close, the house of esteem and dominion shall be built forever. And after that, in the 6th week, all who live in it shall be blinded, and the hearts of all of them shall wickedly forsake wisdom. And in it a man shall ascend, and at its close the house of dominion shall be burnt with fire, and the whole race of the chosen root shall be dispersed. And after that, in the 7th week, shall an apostate generation arise, and its deeds shall be many, and all its deeds shall be apostate. And at its close shall be elected the elect righteous of the eternal plant of righteousness, to receive 7-fold instruction concerning all his creation. The following verses are from the Aleph Tau Cepher Chapter 93, verses 13 through 18. Afterwards there shall be another week, the 8th, of righteousness, to which shall be given a sword to execute judgment and justice upon all oppressors. Sinners shall be delivered up into the hands of the righteous, who during its completion shall acquire habitations by their righteousness. And the house of the great king shall be established for celebrations forever. After this, in the 9th week, shall the judgment of righteousness be revealed to the whole world. Every work of the wicked shall disappear from the whole earth. The world shall be marked for destruction, and all men shall be on the watch for the path of integrity. And after this, on the 7th day of the 10th week, there shall be an everlasting judgment, which shall be executed upon the watchers, and a spacious eternal heaven shall spring forth in the midst of the angels. The former heaven shall depart and pass away. A renewed heaven shall appear, and all these celestial powers shine with 7-fold splendor forever. Afterwards likewise there shall be many weeks, which shall externally exist in goodness and in righteousness. Neither shall sin be named there forever and ever. Returning to the Yah Scriptures, chapter 93, starting in verse 11. For who is there of all the children of men that is able to hear the voice of the qadosh one without being troubled? And who can think his thoughts? And who is there that can look upon all the works of the Shamayim? And how should there be one who could look upon the Shamayim? And who is there that could understand the matters of the Shamayim, and see a being or a spirit, and could tell of it, or ascend and see all their ends, and think them, or do like them? And who is there of all men that could know what is the breadth and the length of the earth, and to whom has been shown the measure of all of them? Or is there anyone who could discern the length of the Shamayim, and how great is its height, and upon what it is founded, and how great is the number of the stars, and where all the lights rest?